Dr. Marc. You've actually joined a select group of individuals who have been advocating Japan. And just to make a long story short, you feel that the government is going to have to sell more debt to monetize the debt. That will weaken the yen, and that'll bring back, the problem that a lot of these companies have, and that's a very uncooperative currency. On the flip side, does Japan also fit into this world collapse, World War III Armageddon scenario, which you were talking about, because it's so isolated from goings on?
But I'd like to mention, if you're very bearish about the world long term, and you look at different asset classes, real estate, bonds, equities, commodities, and art, and so forth, precious metals, I think in a worst case scenario, you don't want to own government bonds anywhere, except maybe in the strongest countries, like in the Asian countries, the budgetary position is relatively good, like here in Hong Kong. But you don't want to own Japanese government bonds, you don't want to own US government bonds, you don't want to own cash, because in a worst case scenario you're going to have money printing and money printing and money printing, and then eventually war, so money will continue to lose its purchasing power. So what remains are basically equities and precious metals and commodities and real estate. And among those, I think that the Japanese equity market looks actually quite attractive. A, for
Marc,
valuation reasons. B, yes?
Carrie in Tokyo.
Sorry to interrupt. This halo you're seeing around equities, do you see this as a short-term phenomenon, or are we going to sort of blip back into the pre-2008 when the export engine starts to collapse? We're going to see the whole corporate structure dissolve, or do you think there's been a fundamental structural shift in the way corporations here do business over the last 2 years that's going to make them less immune to these foreign downturns that we're seeing in foreign economies?
Well, I believe that we had a structural bear market in Japan 1989 to 2009, March 2009, and that in March 2009 a structural bull market began. And of course, we can have corrections, and maybe the lows of March 2009 will be tested. But say, over the longer term, the next 10 years, I think you're going to make quite a lot of money out of Japanese shares.
Okay, in a word. Marc, we're going to come back and delve into other parts of this map in the Pac Rim War with Dr. Faber in a second here.